Hello, everyone. This is New Bedford's resident CHP, Crazy Half Portuguese, Mr. Eric Lima over here. You are watching yet another video episode from my pilot mini series during the holiday season because I recently completed my second season of EML-77 TV before Thanksgiving. So during the holiday season, I have decided to bridge that into the new third season that will be coming next year. Will be WEML-TV channel 77, the YouTube station identification of yours truly. This is the Bridge Up, episode number 40, and here we go. It's been an interesting week, to say the least. I'm not going to get into any detail why, but one thing's for sure. There is going to be some life altering. Obviously, 2020 has been a year of. 2020 has been a year full of controversy, tumultuous things happening, and all that. And it has somehow affected me and my family this year. I cannot get any details why, but you probably could guess at the top of your head. Please do not comment on that situation. It's bad enough as it is that me and my family will have to deal with it, but we will deal with things head on, and I just trust the Lord. He can help me out here. So that's all I gotta say. All's in God's hands. That's all I can say. But we're not gonna talk about any of the crap that's happened in 2020. But we're gonna talk about what happened on SmackDown last night. And the main focus on that last night's episode of SmackDown was basically KO and Roman Reigns. Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. Kevin Owens, after being attacked last week on SmackDown, he came out with a purpose. Calls out Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman interrupts Owens. As Roman Reigns comes out. It's good time. Owens goes, okay, fine. I'm going to go and find him. Owens runs to the back and appears to try to talk him out of it. Says, wait till Sunday, wait till Sunday. And then Roman Reigns decided to come out in the Thunderdome. What mind games have been playing. Calls out Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens comes back out. And then Jey Uso blindsides him. Reigns attacks Kevin Owens. And then Uso and Reigns talks, and then Uso and Reigns were talking, and Reigns gave him orders, finish him off, end him. So they had the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line to start things off. The Street Profits defending against the team of Ziggler and Rude, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. It was a heck of a matchup. Ziggler and Rude were dominating most of the matchup, double teaming Montez Ford, but in the end, Street Profits dug down deep, and Montez Ford hit this frog splash to pick up the victory and retain the titles. Clark Duke, before that match, talked about the title match and makes his pick, and actor Clark Duke said it was picked to Street Profits, so Clark Duke's prediction was correct. Caleb Braxton interviewing Bianca Belair in a match against Bayley, and Bayley. Bianca Belair says she's going to be Bayley, and she's going to teach Bayley a lesson. So if you guys watched the match last night, you know how it ended up. But a little bit more on that. The Riot Squad, Billy Kay decided to challenge Riot Squad to a tag team match again to pick another partner. And so Billy Kay, Riot Squad comes out first. Billy Kay says there's nobody meaner than Tamina. We haven't seen Tamina in quite a while. And despite having Tamina as her partner, the Riots did pick up the victory. I think it all depends on what's going to happen if in the women's tag team title match tomorrow night on TLC. At TLC, if Jackson Baszler retain against Asuka and whoever partner she chooses, we'll see what happens there. And Carmella had a champagne toast to Sasha Banks. The two ladies are going to fight in a rematch for the women's championship tomorrow night at TLC. And Carmella, good Lord, Corey Graves, I don't approve of the fact that he decided to have an affair with Carmella behind his wife's back, or now ex-wife, and that hurts the kids. I think he has a couple of kids, but I'll tell you what, Carmella, good Lord, hello. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. And then Carmella was running her mouth out. She's going to beat Sasha Banks for the women's championship. Sasha Banks appeared from behind, attacks Carmella, and then Sasha Banks attacks Carmella's associate. I forget the name. I know it begins with a C, or is it S? So Somalia. That's what it is. Or Somalia. And And then Carmella once again. Carmella breaks another champagne bottle over Sasha's back again. But then we're going back to, like I say, was this last night's SmackDown was centered on Owens and Reigns. Uso and Owens started brawling again, and then Uso decided to put Owens through a table again. Good Lord. Owens went through a table this time. Oh boy, this is getting crazy. So they had a matchup. Otis with his coach Chad Gable went up against Shinsuke Nakamura with Cesaro in his corner. And Otis was doing very well, and he was about to finish Shinsuke off with the Caterpillar. He said, no, suplex him. We're going to continue this. And things talking about endurance. And in the end, Otis did win the matchup. Sami Zayn upset that the Slammy Awards is biased against him, so he decided to have his own Sammy Awards. And then... But Big E came in laughing up to no good. And I was like, oh boy. And then Otis and Gable were talking about that and talking about their matchup. And Gable says something that made no sense, but Otis is like, okay, I'll go with it. So they had the first annual Sammy Awards. Do it. I know what he said something like "do as I say, not as I do" or something like that. I forget what. They had the first annual Sammy Awards, and Sammy had Comeback of the Year, Match of the Year, and now it's Superstar of the Year. And then he looks at Big E. Big E comes out, trying to do his speech. Sami Zayn's trying to interrupt, push, and then Big E attacks Sami Zayn, grabs him, and throws him down the ramp. He was sliding, wee, and then finished off his speech. I would not be surprised if the Intercontinental title will be on the line when Sami Zayn and Big E go at it. Caleb Braxton did interview Bayley. Bayley says did a little rebuttal about what Bianca Belair had said. Basically, that's what it was. And then Bianca Belair went one-on-one with Bayley. The match was great until Bayley raked the eyes of Bianca Belair, and then Bayley outsmarted Bianca Belair, picking up the victory over the fast-rising star in the women's division. Oh, I know how the Street Profits beat Ziggler and Rude. Montez Ford grabbed the tights when Robert Roode tried to grab the tights, and it was turnabout's fair play. So, and then Owen showed, and then Roman Reigns and Jey Uso came back out. Got another promo on Kevin Owens about TLC. Owens shows up again, and then they attacked Owens again. And then they buried him with the tables, with the ladders. They put him through a couple more, another table, chairs, and the ladders, and all that. And then as Reigns, KO, and Heyman, as Roman Reigns, Uso, and Paul Heyman about to leave the arena, Caleb Braxton interviewed them, and they said, look. And Jey Uso goes, look, Kevin Owens came up there, and he says, you know what, I'm going to do whatever it takes to become a championship, even if I die trying. So I'm very, very concerned about this match. This matchup could be a barn burner brawl. All right, and let's go to 205 Live. We got some 205 Live action last night as well. Everrise and Bollywood Boys in a rematch, but this time around, Everrise did pick up the victory. And Jake Atlas went one-on-one with Tony Nese, with Jake Atlas picking up the victory over Tony Nese. And despite that, Daivari got involved, but it was too late. So, those were the stuff that happened on 205 Live. I usually have two major matches on 205 Live. So, tomorrow night is TLC on the next episode. I am going to make my picks and predictions for TLC. So I said there were a lot of situations that were happening, and because of the situations, that's why I've not been on here as much as I would like to be. But the holiday season is very important, though. But there could be a lot of things in jeopardy, to say the least. So, but other than that, the show is going to go on no matter what. So I'm really, really looking forward to tomorrow night, TLC, see what happens and all that. Yeah, I have a major concern and about some situations. Like I said, it's 2020. You can take a guess. Don't ask me about anything because I'm not going to comment. And I know there's some certain people that don't like me that are lurking on here, even though I blocked them. They'll find a way somehow to get on my case about something. So it's something that I don't want to talk about. So don't comment on any problems, and I'll be all right. Let's say this: I'm going to be okay, no matter what happens, regardless of what happens. I'm going to be okay. I put my trust in the Lord, um, and I will stay strong. And that's what I will stay strong mentally, and that's what I need to be mentally strong. It's the holiday season. I want to be positive. I want to be happy. I want to pray. I'm going to keep. I'm going to do a lot of prayers, and I pray that I'm going to be okay. And that's all there is to it. And it will be something else to see. All right then. I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. Episode 40 of The Bridge Up is complete. SmackDown and 205 Live recap. Like I said, once the new season starts, they'll be known as the Roundup. WWE Wrestling Roundup. All right. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night in peace, and have a good day.